So, Code 8 data breakdown week 5. So, SAS matches in round 5. Unsurprisingly, SAS matches have gone up by the usual 2.6%. It's always gone up by about 2-3%, which makes sense as it's a SAS ladder.
Well, the average is still below the limit, which is quite interesting.
Well,
There are some people bringing decks that are quite a bit lower.
I took a 66 to this week. I lost, but I took a 66 to this week. But I mean, if we look at the general metrics here, disruption has gone up a bit, but I wouldn't say the stats have really changed that much by factoring margin for error. Disruption's gone up a lot, but it's such a proportionally, but it's still such a small amount in itself.
It's effective power for me. Down by 4%.
But it's also. Go ahead.
It seems to be a bit of a trend for it, though. Effective power is now starting to go down. So as we go higher, we're seeing that the creatures, that the boards aren't as important, or maybe we're actually starting to see a little bit more in terms of the Kote Rush starting to come into it, because Kote Rush is quite a high SAS deck. And in that situation, you don't care about your effective power, you care about your armor generation, which is what we're starting to see actually increasing.
But the other thing to notice here, it's the first time we've seen efficiency go down, I believe.
Yes, this is every week I say that efficiency will go up as we go up. But we might have hit essentially a point of diminishing return where people are now starting to more focus on amber than efficiency.
It's interesting. So I'm very excited to see what the next round is going to be. Next 2 rounds really are going to be.
Oh, definitely. The next 2 rounds are going to be pretty clutch before we get to the qualifier.
Oh yeah. So then we have Call of Archons has dropping significantly, and Worlds Collide has increased by a similar amount.
Yeah, look at that Worlds Collide increase. Jesus.
By 14 to 14 change, 14 down and 14 up. So I mean, this is interesting because we keep commenting that Worlds Collide is so low, and suddenly we've seen it jump up. And I wonder if we're going to see a lot more Star Alliance cards in the next slide. Star Alliance is now becoming more powerful because of the SAS pool.
Well, yeah. As we get to the more, as some players put the more competitive decks, as we get closer to the low 70s, where you're starting to hit the threshold of the more controlling, more competitive decks, we will see the newer sets start to probably creep in a little bit more. Not, of course, Mathematician is kind of like a Kote light, but we will see Worlds Collide start to climb up, because even for myself, I wouldn't start bringing Worlds Collide until we hit the high 60s, low 70s, because I just don't trust the deck. I don't really trust the decks I've got at that low.
Yeah, that is true. So the houses now. This is interesting. We've seen a massive surge of this here.
Oh, but still nowhere near Shadows, Jesus.
Oh yeah, but this has gone up to the second highest house at this point. I mean,
and that might have something to do with the Worlds Collide increase as well, because you're now going to start seeing more synergistic cards like E on the fringes,
Infernus with their eyes,
Obsidian Forge, Snudge and Infernus. You know, look, this is a very, very powerful house, and I mean, this is I think every apart from Saurian and Starlines, which had the increase because of Worlds Collide, every other house is on the decline.
Mm-hmm.
And this Saurian Starline started the only houses on the incline.
It's very interesting to see. So cards. So uncommon cards here. Lights Out, top of the pile. Booby Track, Hysteria. Now I don't remember Hysteria being that high last time, but too much to protect up
with
there.
The increase in this, that kind of makes sense.
Yeah. Like I say, apparently the uncommon top is quite stable now, so a few newcomers aren't surprises. Sack of Coins is hilariously coming out of nowhere. Only 2 played in round 4. So we're seeing Sack of Coins. There's 14 Sack of Coins in round 5. And that's gone up from 2.
It's interesting to see the more wolves as well.
Yeah, and Plague Rats have gone from 30 odd to 21. So I'm still surprised we've still probably got 3 Plague Rat decks, let's be clear. But
Oh, definitely. I'd be quite interested to see what the SAS of those Plague Rats are. And if anyone's, I'd love to see if like one person's kept their round 1 deck throughout the entirety of the event.
And if they're winning.
Yeah.
So it should be interesting. So the combos. So we've got 5 Heart of the Forest down from 6, 5 Gen cards up from 2, which is not so surprising. 4 Brick still, 10 Gang of Noughts, so up to Gang of Noughts. 5 Tribute combos up 3. Only one Dark Amber Vault though, down 3.
Yeah.
I would have thought that would go the other way.
But 7 Bone, you think, Safe House decks?
Gone up 4, yeah. 2 Lashes and 2 Much Protect, gone up by 1. I mean, this is...
Lesser Oxalate and Hysteria is quite an interesting one as well.
Yeah.
7 Shard decks.
Yeah.
And still 2 Sins.
I only own 1 Shard deck anyway. I mean, it's fascinating to see the changes here.
Really is. I mean, one of the brigs from this round was mine, and that's going to shift over to the Gangonot next round.
So one of the Brig ones from last round beat me because he had Brig and he played it perfectly.
Oh yeah, won mine due to Brig because my opponent went to 9 when I had Brig in hand. I was like, time to punish you.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I did. So round 5 win rate. Now Mass Mutation was above 50% in round 4, and now it's down to 47. And Call the Archons is down, but what's collide it?
This is the second time in a row we've seen Call the Archons have a losing rate.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Brobnar's increased win rate is most likely due to the fact that there's 50% more decks being played, so that's going to, of course, skew it. But apparently Brobnar is dominating in this round.
Yeah.
56% win rate. Cheat go, Brobnar.
Second, just trying to get someone to go away. Right. So